In today's video, let's see the recent maritime accidents. Indian cargo vessel MSV Salamath sinks in Arabian Sea, crew rescued by Coast Guard. The Indian-flagged cargo vessel MSV Salamath sank in the Arabian Sea on May 14, 2025. The vessel, carrying cement and construction materials, began flooding and departed from Mangaluru port. The Indian Coast Guard, ICG, rescued all 6 crew members, including Ismail Sharif, Ilman Ahmed Baigavda, Kakal Suleiman Ismail, Akbar Abdul Sarani, Kazim Ismail Mepanai, and Asmal. The cause of the sinking remains unknown, but preliminary reports suggest flooding was the primary cause. The incident underscores the importance of vigilant patrolling and coordinated distress response mechanisms in maritime safety. Mexican Navy training ship Cuauhtémoc collides with Brooklyn Bridge, leaving 2 dead and 20 injured. The Mexican Navy's training vessel Cuauhtémoc collided with the Brooklyn Bridge in New York City on May 17, 2025, causing 2 fatalities and 20 injuries. The vessel, carrying 277 recruits, lost power while maneuvering, causing it to drift uncontrollably into the bridge structure. Witness footage captured the moment the ship's 3 towering masts struck the underside of the bridge, sending debris onto the deck. Emergency personnel, including the New York Fire Department and U.S. Coast Guard, rescued injured crew members and stabilized the situation. The National Transportation Safety Board is investigating the incident, focusing on the mechanical failure that led to the vessel's loss of control. The incident raises concerns about maritime safety protocols, particularly for training vessels operating in congested waterways. Dutch inland vessel Ina XL partially sinks in Antwerp port, no injuries reported. On May 16, 2025, the Ina XL, a Netherlands-flagged inland vessel, partially sank at the port of Antwerp, Belgium. The 23-meter-long towboat was partially afloat, but no injuries were reported. Authorities deployed divers and salvage teams to assess the situation and prevent further damage. The vessel, built in 1944, may be beyond repair and destined for scrapping. The incident highlights the importance of regular maintenance and emergency preparedness for aging vessels. Authorities continue to monitor the situation before making final salvage decisions. High-speed ferry Universal 2005 Malawian Quachas collides with pier at Hong Kong Macau Terminal. On May 17, 2025, the high-speed ferry Universal 2005 Malawian Quachas collided with the pier at the Hong Kong Macau Ferry Terminal in Sheung Wan, Hong Kong, causing minor structural damage. The incident occurred as the ferry was preparing to depart for Macau. The Macau Marine and Water Bureau, SAMA, was notified, and authorities launched an investigation. Turbojet confirmed the vessel needed urgent repairs, leading to temporary schedule adjustments. Passengers affected were provided with alternative transport arrangements. The incident raises concerns about mechanical reliability and safety protocols for high-speed ferries in busy maritime corridors. Fishing vessel Pacific Memory 2 capsizes near Pedra Branca, all crew rescued. On May 20, 2025, the Indonesia-registered fishing vessel Pacific Memory 2 capsized in the Singapore Strait, causing an immediate search and rescue operation. All 30 crew members were safely rescued by the Liberia-flagged bulk carrier Andrus Spirit. The incident was caused by a collision with the container ship Costco Development, leading to instability and capsizing. Authorities are investigating whether mechanical failure, navigational errors, or adverse sea conditions contributed to the accident. The incident highlights the importance of vigilant navigation in the high-traffic maritime corridor. Fire erupts on Chevron's BBLT oil platform off Angola. 17 injured, 1 missing. On May 20, 2025, fire broke out at Chevron's Benguela Belize Lobito Tomboco, BBLT, oil platform in Angola, resulting in 17 injuries, including 4 in critical condition. The fire occurred during annual maintenance, and all production had been halted since May 1, 2025. The Cabinda Gulf Oil Company responded quickly, extinguishing the fire. Authorities are now searching for the missing crew member. The National Agency for Petroleum, Gas, and Biofuels is investigating the cause, and Chevron is committing to workforce safety. The incident raises concerns about safety protocols and risk management in high-risk offshore operations. Container ship collides with Russian rescue vessel Spazitel Karev in Neva River. A container ship collided with the Russian-flagged salvage and rescue vessel Spazitel Karev during mooring operations in St. Petersburg, Russia, on May 20, 2025. The collision occurred at berth number 94 of OOO Basis Port, causing minor structural damage to both vessels. The Northwest Transport Prosecutor's Office is investigating the incident, while the St. Petersburg Transport Prosecutor's Office is reviewing adherence to maritime safety regulations. The incident highlights the importance of precise maneuvering and weather monitoring during high-traffic port areas. Cyprus-flagged container ship NCL Salten runs aground in Trondheimsfjord, Norway. The Cyprus-flagged container ship NCL Salten ran aground in Trondheimsfjord near Lovset, Norway, on May 22, 2025. The ship, carrying 16 crew members, veered off course and became stranded near a residential area. The incident prompted an official investigation by Norwegian authorities. The Norwegian Coastal Administration and local police launched an investigation, with one individual charged. Efforts to refloat the vessel have been unsuccessful, and the company is working closely with authorities to ensure a safe salvage operation. The incident marks the third grounding of the NCL Salten in recent years. Norwegian LNG tanker Iberica Knudsen runs aground near Rügen, Germany, on May 22, 2025. The Norway-flagged LNG tanker Iberica Knudsen ran aground while attempting to enter Mukren port near Rügen, Germany. The vessel was fully loaded with liquefied natural gas. Authorities launched salvage operations and refloated the vessel, causing no injuries or environmental damage. The investigation suggests navigational errors or mechanical issues may have contributed to the incident. The Deutsche Umwelthilfe (DUH) has called for a review of LNG transport safety protocols in high-traffic maritime zones. Authorities continue to monitor the situation. Denmark-flagged passenger ferry Frigg Sidfien runs aground at Bogden. On May 22, 2025, the Denmark-flagged passenger ferry Frigg Sidfien ran aground in Bogden Port, Denmark, after strong winds caused it to drift off course. The 70-meter-long Aro ferry, operated by Alslingen, was unable to free itself, prompting an immediate response from port authorities and maritime rescue teams. The incident highlighted the importance of emergency preparedness for ferry operations in the Baltic Sea region. Authorities continue to monitor the situation. Fire breaks out on inland passenger ship Jan Smit in Gauzy, no injuries reported. A fire broke out on the Jan Smit passenger ship between Volendam and Marken, Netherlands, on May 21, 2025. The fire was contained to the engine room and the ship's fire suppression system was activated. The Dutch Coast Guard and local fire services were alerted, and the ship was temporarily suspended while repairs and safety checks were conducted. The incident highlights the importance of fire prevention measures and the need for regular engine inspections and crew training in emergency response protocols. Dutch inland freighter Ilsemarie runs aground near Staveren Port. On May 22, 2025, the Netherlands-flagged Ilsemarie ran aground on a sandbank near Staveren, Netherlands, carrying shells. Despite attempts to free itself, the vessel remained stuck. Rijkswaterstaat, the Dutch water management authority, was dispatched to monitor the situation. A salvage operation was underway, and the Ilsemarie was successfully refloated and moved to Spoorhaven for further inspections. The incident highlighted the importance of precise navigation and continuous monitoring of inland waterways. Fire erupts in cabin aboard Aro passenger ship Rizadere after departure from Melilla. A fire broke out in a cabin on Deck 9 of the Aro/passenger ship Rizadere on May 21, 2025, 30 minutes after departing from Melilla Port, Spain. The crew quickly contained the fire, preventing further damage. The ship's captain continued the voyage, despite the proximity to Melilla. Authorities are investigating the cause, with preliminary reports suggesting an electrical malfunction. Balearia confirmed all safety protocols were followed, and the cabin will undergo repairs before reopening to passengers. Norwegian cargo vessel Torvang capsizes at Hendvagen Quay, Averøy. On May 23, 2025, the Norwegian cargo vessel Torvang capsized at the Hendvagen Quay in Averøy, Norway. The incident occurred after loading a shipment of gravel and caused a sudden loss of stability. The 5 crew members managed to abandon the ship safely. Authorities and local fire brigade responded, placing oil containment booms around the vessel. A preliminary investigation suggests cargo imbalance may have contributed to the incident. Authorities are monitoring the situation closely and may release further findings as investigations progress. Thank you for watching. For a detailed article, please link in the description. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment area. Subscribe to Marinaura for more updates.